Hello YouTube, this is the Nerobin, and I want to talk about some of the things that I've done while I was away from YouTube. And um, the the thing I want to talk about is that I'm at the moment working on a new setting, a new set of rules, and on a new adventure all at the same time. And while I already started playing in this setting and the adventure that I'm currently working on. The reason for this is that my regular group, the group that I play on every Thursday, had a little fallout over World of Darkness games, because all the plots that we do usually get all the more complicated with everything that happens, and after a few years of this, a number of players have found that they can no longer stand that. And I felt that maybe we should do something not as intrigue-lasting, no, something where there's not so much background to know, where you can concentrate on actually role-playing, which, to be honest, in my Thursdays group is not such high on the priority list, because we rarely get to play over a length of more than 2 hours at a time. So what was bothering me already was that we were going too methodical about solving our problems and so on. We did not really do what our characters would have done. We try to walk the most efficient way, which may be interesting, but after years it's really not. So I offered to do a new system, and then came the fun part where I asked what everyone would be comfortable with playing, and we ended up with a fantasy setting that includes, or that is dominated by steampunk, also going into a Tesla kind of era where lightning shooting around is quite normal, and also that all of that spiced with a little post-apocalypse without zombies. They were very specific about not having zombies. Okay, so I did a couple of things. I showed them a couple of alternate rule systems. They rejected them all, and so I did a kind of Frankenstein's monster of a rule system that I'm still working on. I created a very loose setting that I mostly took what my players wanted to have their characters, or I mostly orientated myself on the places the players wanted to have their characters originate from. So, for example, one wanted to come from a magocratic island state that had recently been conquered by a Steam Age society. So I will include that one. For now, I'm working mostly on the adventure and on the direct setting, which is the island of Narland, where I will set the first adventure, or I did set the first adventure. We already did 2 sessions, and the group is going to be about cartographing. They are cartographers, and therefore they uh, repeatedly enter yet unknown lands. Um, the most highest, or technically most advanced civilizations have disappeared somewhere around 100 years ago, and it's quite unhealthy to live in those territories. So no one's been there for a while, and the um, maps that one had of these regions were inaccurate, even at the time when there was still some small contact with those areas. So at the moment they are trying to find a road through one of these former regions, because a industrialist wants to have a shorter and more or less expensive road to transport his cargoes over. Well, and that's the basic for the adventure that we're about to do. I'm currently seeking for inspirations what to do on these travels, how to organize them, and I'm yeah, I think I have the baseline for the adventure figured out. But if you have any suggestions, I'm more than happy to hear you out. If you are in my group, and I don't think you are, because I don't think any one of those yet know that I do these videos, but still, if you are one of them, turn off now. Spoilers abroad. Well, the first thing that will happen is that they will find a border control station that has been this advanced civilization that has been plundered out after the fall and left. A couple of people from the civilization the characters come from have recently entered this, and are gathering the stuff that they somehow could figure out how to use, and will sell for horrendous prices. And when they notice that the characters are there, they will try to subdue them and press for information, and so they will know who else knows about this. I'm not sure how this will go, and I'm still working on the layout for the border station, which will be kind of a dungeon, but not a very large one at that. Maybe they will be able to find some confiscated stuff that was left after the fall, maybe some weapon that was deemed unusable, or was not thought to be worth its weight, and left. So they will get a few toys, nothing too strong, and after this maybe they will return to civilization to hand over the perpetrators, or maybe they will just head on into the radiated swamps that are on the other side of the hills. There they will meet a couple of mutated animals, a semi-intelligent kind of cockroaches, a former, something sort of a cruise liner, but as a giant turtle walker um, that that crashed the uh, when the civilization fell, and which has developed its own kind of civilization over time, with the stewards in charge and also in servitude, whilst the passengers have all the rights and none of the rights. Um, I'm still figuring out the details, but well, then they should find a way to the remnants of the road, um, get out of this territory, and will face a number of people who are profiting of the trade across the sea rather than the land, and want this expedition to fail. So they will try to somehow attack this group of cartographers and yeah, well, let them vanish in this very dangerous region of this island. Well, and so far that's about the short version of the plot, without a lot of details. The rules are based on, as I said, it's a Frankenstein's monster of a rulebook, or a rulebook. It's by now it's 3 pages. I have character creation, combat, and skills, and skill use, of course. Also a rudimentary magic system that is accepted quite well. I loosely based my character creation and skill system on Traveler. The magic system is loosely based on Naburia. I showed this in my last update video. And the combat system is basically of my own doing, and I'm still not quite convinced that I've done right. Yeah, so this is about my video about the Fansteamapocalypse game. I'm still searching for a name, but I've already I know the name for the most important state, which will be the Moguldum Tarhini. Well, with this I'll say goodbye to you. Thank you for any input that you can give me. This is the Nerobin. Thank you for watching.